You're smiling.
Okay.
Okay, I think you need to leave.
What? No, I can't.
Hi, I'm Serry. I'm a backend engineer here at Slack and I work on the platform team. If someone were to tell me a year and a half ago that I'd be working at Slack doing the things that I do here every day, I would say that they're crazy. I actually started off in college thinking that I would be a doctor. In high school, I kind of maxed out all my science and math courses, my life sciences and math courses, and I really was involved in community service, and so I kind of put two and two together, and to me that meant you should become a doctor. And so it wasn't until about like junior year when I kind of had to take a hard stop and take a look at, like what does it actually mean to be a doctor, and is that something that I wanted to actively pursue? And so it was a really important time for me and a really scary time to kind of just like reevaluate what was important to me at the time, and I kind of decided to take a pause and think about, what were things I really enjoyed in college. And so I thought back to my work in research, and I dabbled in a little bit of Python. And so I kind of took that and ran because I was like, there's no other direction I could go at this point. So I took a couple CS courses my senior year. I then enrolled in a boot camp, and then a couple months later, I ended up here at Slack. I think because of my kind of like crooked career trajectory and like my path to Slack wasn't as straight and narrow as like I studied CS and this was something that I've always wanted to do, one thing I really struggle with is kind of figuring out and finding out my sense of belonging here. I'm constantly astounded by the people that I work with every day. There's some of the most like brilliant and some of the kindest people, and a lot of these people have been working with computers since computers were like a thing. That blows my mind. And so I think something I'm constantly like comparing myself to is like the people that I work with and like kind of how I got here. And like, I think I just need to really work on being kind to myself, I guess. Advice to my younger self, I would just say, don't be afraid to reevaluate, kind of like where you are in life and where you're going in life, because your values change, your interests change, and I think that's a really healthy part of just kind of growing up. I'm a really heavy believer in thinking that growth really needs like a catalyst, and sometimes that catalyst is just really stepping outside of your comfort zone, and I think that big kind of like 180 I did junior year, like deciding like I'm not going to become a doctor, kind of throwing away that like cushion that I had of like, okay, the next 10 years of my life are kind of like spelled out for me, to like, oh my gosh, I like don't even know how to code, but I kind of want to do this thing. That was one of the best things I could have done for myself. And so don't be afraid to do those things sooner, and don't be afraid of doing those things more often.